People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down, when you're strange. Faces come out of the rain when you're strange. No one remembers your name when you're strange. When you're strange, when you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. Alright, yeah. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. Hey, what's up YouTubers? Lee John Blackmore here at Super Easy Guitar. So this week we're doing People Are Strange by The Doors. People are strange, aren't they? Classic. Let's zoom in and get straight into it. Okay, so first of all, you have to understand the chords are E minor. People are strange, A minor. When you're a stranger, back to E minor. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Now that last chord is B7 with an F sharp in the bass. Okay, so you might find, some people might find that a bit awkward. Alternatively, what you could do is like imagine playing an E chord, but move everything over one string down to the lower strings and put the pinky on that G string in the second fret. And that's going to work just fine, okay? So that's just second fret on the A string, open, third fret on the E string, then you play this E minor, okay, and then staying on the A string. All I'm doing on the A string, I'm going 2, 1, 0, then I'm playing this A minor shape. I'm not actually putting down the first finger, so, and that's the D string and G string. And then I'll remove the my third finger on the G string and play G, D, okay, 3, 4. And that repeats again. Now on the record, I don't really hear him going back to that. I don't really hear him going back to that D string, but you can add it in there. I think he plays it like that later on. So. Now I'll do a little run up there. I think he does a hammer on like that. And all I'm doing is 0, 1, 2, then laying down that F sharp over B7 and E minor. Now you don't have to do that. Okay, and to be honest, I don't think I do it on the first round anyway. Something like that. Okay. Now in between, before it goes, women seem wicked, you've got this. And that's just 2 O and then 3 on the E string. Women seem wicked. And it does the same thing again, okay? But at the end of that section, so again, it's just that A minor, E minor. You can run up to the, okay? So take your time in putting that together. Now in the intro, you can do that. You can do B, G, you can do the B7 there. All I'm doing there, 10th fret on the B string and bending up. Okay, you saw me doing this. So what's going on there? I'm holding down this B major chord, and because we want that B in there, so as I kind of go low high, so I hit the low strings, then I hit like the G and the B. You don't have to be that accurate. I'll probably hit the top E as well. Then I go back to the D, and I move my second and third finger over to the B and the G string, the second and third string, and I move that up, okay, 2 frets. So I go from the what's that, the 8th and 9th to the 10th and 11th. That's more like it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go down to the G, back up to the B, which is, if I do it with a bit of timing, it'll make more sense, okay? Notice I mute that bend at the end to make sure everything goes staccato, everything goes silent, okay? Now you don't have to do that, obviously I'm just referencing what's going on the piano in the track. When you're strange, or you could just play the B7 there, okay? When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. Okay, it's just going down the scale. 7, 5, 3, 2. And I'm doing the chords like in the beginning. E minor, A minor, E minor, A minor, E minor, B7, E minor. Okay, then obviously I go back into the solo. During the solo, I'm sitting on that B7, then I'm going to an E minor. Okay, I'll show you the guitar solo at the end. Now then we're back into the second verse. The only thing that changes, the only thing that differs, instead of bending up, you bend down. Okay, so I'm bending up, then letting it down. Then for the piano solo, I was just doing like the intro again, but more chordy. So now the last section, the timing changes a bit. So it starts off with a what happens is this. He goes B7, so he goes straight, as soon as he's played that B7 up there, with the pinky on the 10th fret on the B string. And make sure you hit the top E and B. I don't always get it when I'm singing and playing. And back down to that B7. You don't have to put the F sharp in it. Now I probably did something more like a sweep. Something like that. But anyway, it's the chords are B7, G, and just the B7 octave, and obviously it finishes on the... Now it probably uses the whammy at the end. I'm playing on the acoustic, so I don't have that. So I'm not always keen on teaching guitar solos because I don't use tabs and stuff online. Most of it's done by ear. They're never perfectly accurate, and plus it's on acoustic, so you kind of have to change them around a bit, and I do get some criticism for them not being that accurate. So I'm just going to show you what I can remember, because often I do improvise, and hopefully you'll get the idea, okay, and you'll just be able to have a mess around. So I'm starting off on the top E, and it's something like that, you know, and the timing is a bit fiddly there, and it's just a reverse bend. Okay, so pretty tricky on the acoustic. Just bend up at the 5th fret. I'm using all 3 fingers. And then, and I'm just doing 5-3-0 on the E, 5-3-0 on the B, and then 2 slide to 4 on the G. And then I play another open G and slide up to the 12th fret. And then I've got 12, 15, pull off to 12, 14 on the G, and 15 on the top E, okay? That's kind of a classic blues riff in itself. Okay? And I'm doing something like that. It's just down the pentatonic. 15, 12, 15, 12, 14. And then I do, instead of a bend, what would normally be a bend there, it's 14, slide to 15, back to 14, and pull off to 12. So yeah, slowly. Okay. So I'm doing another 14, 12 there. Then I'm down to the top E string, and it's just a quick 0, 0, 3, 5, and then 3 on the B string, and you're into the bends then. So it's 2 bends up and a reverse bend. And as I'm reverse bending, I'm pulling off 5-3-0 and going 5-3-0 again. Okay, and yeah, and so I'm repeating the phrase on the G string. So that's 2 to 4 on the G, and 2 pull off, 2 on the D, so pull off on the G obviously, over 2nd fret on the D, and then I'm doing that classic, it goes twice. Okay, and that is just on the G string, 2 to 4, and then 3 on the B. And then you slide back. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Just have a mess around. I'm sure there's some really accurate tabs online you could follow. But that's just to have fun with, okay? So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's lesson. Please don't forget, hit that subscribe button. And please remember, I don't get paid for these lessons due to copyright. Any loose change would be massively appreciated. I've set up a donation button over on my website. And I've also got merchandise for sale over there. Any loose change, any merchandise, all helps, guys. So thank you very much. If you've got any requests, hit me up over on Instagram, and I'll see you again the same time next week. Enjoy.